Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all her praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. The bonus being to the apostles and others at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful. Like to have to push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity to all you I can say Shalom. I'm the Akbar. I'm from the servants of Yahweh Yahushai. Can't, coming in with the, quick listen based off of an article entitled Fewer People in the U.S. View the Bible as Literal Word of God. Many see it as Book of Fables. And I wish to sum it up, start off right now. That goes to show you the lower morality on these people, man. All right, and how Esau, messed up the world badly. All right, by way of his philosophy and all that stuff, giving you these vain ways of thinking and basically changing you, making you bugged out. All right, he made the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman bug the hell out, man. All right, so not only that, but he screwed up over all these people, when it comes to religion. Because one thing Esau promotes is vain religion, that being all these other concepts of beliefs and whatnot. Not these people out here. Now these people out here, they want to, cleave on to the writings of Gandhi and whatnot. Whereas the scriptures, which were written by prophets, the great men of the Lord, not these are so-called fables, man. Which, if you don't know what that word fable means, it basically means a moral tale, a myth, a short story, which it ain't a myth. But first of all, precept came to mind, the book of Psalms, the 14th chapter. And I'm going to get that out. It reads, to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, the fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So it's like about the background noise, outside. But the point I wanted to get at was the fact that it said the fool hath said in his heart, which that fool being Esau ultimately. We could also apply it to these people right here, because what is a fool? All right, they're senseless. All right, they're simple. These people, they're simple. All right, they live a pointless life. All right, they're unconscious in the sense that they're still in that sleep, man. It's lucky for that noise, man. You know how you get when you start recording lessons, all this, background noise and all this stuff. But digressing back, it says, the fool said in his heart, which that word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is nothing to do with good. Abominable works. And that's all these people like to do. All right? They love to commit these abominable works, whether that be, basically committing adultery, smoking, slinging dope, acting like a monkey. Or that's what Jake is, a damn monkey. Here it is. We thought, Esau's a monkey, but hey, man, Jake is a true monkey right here, man. They wilding out. So the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. All right, seek Yahweh, which those that did look upon and seek Yahweh by Shemosha are his men. But the majority of these people out here, they're really, dead. All right, spiritually dead, if you will. They're all gonna sigh. They're all together become filthy. There's none that doeth good. No, not one. All right, so now that they consider, the Bible as a book of fables, that means that the law is really, just a recommendation. To them it's just an option, to commit your life to. They rather, go aside and become filthy in iniquity, man. All right, to them if is real life, whereas the ways of righteousness are just, the belief you wanna do, in the sense that it's really vain to them, right? They don't see it as a commanded thing. They see it as an option, right? They see it as a fad. But going on, it says, if all the workers of iniquity know knowledge, who eat my people as they eat bread and call not upon the Lord, there were they in great fear for Yahweh. It's in the generation of the righteous, and he's in the generation of the righteous. Whereas, he's nothing to everybody else. All right, but very soon that won't be like that. Very soon the Lord will make his appearance known. But now I want to get out the book of, Proverbs, the first chapter, pursuant to the reason it said, no knowledge and the fool, because people, these fools that have no knowledge, they're really, simple. So verse 22, Proverbs 1 and 22, it says, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? Yeah, how long will you love it, man? How long will you stay in this ignorance? And now you get the freaking phrase, ignorance is bliss, which it really isn't. The only thing blissful about being ignorant is the fact that you don't get to freaking feel ashamed about it. It's like you don't get to worry about it. You don't get to worry about, the things around you. Hey, but it's really important because you get an insight on what's happening now. So when the scorners lie and the scorning and fools hate knowledge, all right? You guys are scorners because you hate this word, man. All right? You guys really hate knowledge. That's when we're out in the highways and hedges, you guys start bucking up and saying that. That's often we're over our heads and this and the third, and we're just crackheads down the street corner and insane and mad. Well, you guys are the real mad ones here, man. All right, you guys are the mad ones here. For I want to get another piece of doubt. In the same book, Proverbs the 13th chapter, verse 13. Which I bring this out of camp a lot. It reads, whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. All right, the word, and that being this Bible. And not only that, but if you can receive it, that word, is Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Shai is the Bible, if you will. All right, which Yahweh Shai is also known as the spirit of prophecy. And what do you see around you? All these prophecies coming to pass. With the idea that this book is a book of fables is totally off, man. All right, whereas you see all this, all these plagues coming to pass, that famine, you read about all this death or these rumors of wars, they all stand back from the scriptures, right? Prophecies, an example would be Second Ezra, that's a heavy book. All right. Which actually, I'm going to get a piece of doubt. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy. Words of prophecy. And we are speaking the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right? Constantly, we're just, prophesying, preaching, teaching. All right? Crying, uttering our voice out to your guys' ears. And causing to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right, for they are faithful and true. All right, not mythical and fake, but faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, not the incredulity, which the incredulity basically meaning disbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And to add an example to each one of these, the sword being the modern day gun, and you always see people getting killed left and right by the gun. All right, famine. And you have Akin doing lessons and been doing lessons on the mysterious, outbreaks, explosions in these various food facilities. And not only that, but that the whole world, you're starting to have famine now. All right, so this is a global issue now. Death. All you're seeing is death now. The majority of women, I know are getting slew, man, from the Lord, They're getting punished. And that goes back to Isaiah the 3rd chapter. All these rappers getting killed, left and right. 2020, 2021. Even this year, you have a lot of these modern day rappers, they're getting slew. And destruction. I'm talking about a third world war. Alright, let's just call it a woe, which that word woe basically means death and destruction. So all these things are coming to pass. And yet you guys want to, be in disbelief about it. Well, your judgment will come through, alright? That's what the scriptures call it. That's why the scriptures note the fact that the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. All right, the judgment shall come as a thief in the night. Because you guys don't expect the thief in the night to come, to basically come in. What's going to happen regardless. But now I want to get a piece of that pursuant to the fact that Yahweh Shai is that word of God, Which that's in John 1:1. Which reads, in the beginning was a word, and the word was with God, and that word was God. Which that word God basically goes back to the Hebrew word Elohim. I guess Allah meaning power, Ha meaning the. Is plural, so the powers, basically being the angels, the divine ones. That's what it means. And Yahweh Shai is an angel. He's a divine one. All right, that's why, in the Old Testament, you would read about the angel with the capital A. That angel was Yahushai, all right? Case in point, Joshua, in the book of Joshua. But you had Joshua actually bow down to Yahushai when Yahushai was known as an angel. All right, that angel that went up with the children of Israel in the wilderness, that was Yahushai. All right, as a matter of fact, we're also angels. The men of the Lord are also angels because we're messengers, and that's what the word angel means, a messenger. So in the beginning was a word, that word Yahushai, and that word was with Elohim, and the word was Elohim. All right, he was with power, and the word was a power. And you read down, and he basically goes into how he became in the flesh, in verse 14. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. All right. The word was made flesh, and scriptures even going into how Yahushua had to go into the seed of, had to be in the seed of man, suffering these things with us. So that's why it says, and the word was made flesh, meaning this body, and dwelt among us. He dwelt, among the apostles and the believers. Right? He dwelt among Jake back in the ancient world 2,000 years ago. And in parentheses, which these are really afterthoughts, it goes on to say, and we behold his glory. Glory as of the only begotten of the Father. And Peter made the statement that he believed that Yahushua was the Son of God, So right there, that's heavy right there. Full of grace and truth, all right? So I'm going on. I want to get a precept out, which is in Psalms, but also in the New Testament, where Yahushua makes a statement. I come in the volume of the book. All right, so Hebrews the 10th chapter, verse 7, which is also Psalms 40 and 7, but it reads, Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, to do thy will, O power. All right, see, so that volume basically meaning an extension, an extent. Or slack, if I can get a better definition of it. All right, a book forming part of a work or series. The amount of space that a substance or object occupies, or that is enclosed within a container, especially when great, quantity or power of sound, degree of loudness. And so Yahushua is a volume which, you could apply to all these definitions, all right? That book forming part of a work or series being the Bible. He's also the amount of space that the scriptures, occupy. All right, because a lot of these prophecies, they all, refer to Yahushua as well. All right, so in Genesis, the 49th chapter, on down to Sirach, our Revelation, all talks about Yahushua as well. So that's one thing that these self-proclaimed Christians got right, the fact that it's talking about Yahushua as well. But, another definition being the quantity or power of sound. And these scriptures are loud, man. All right, they have sound. And also, you look into that word soundness, going deep into it, that word soundness basically meaning, healing. And this book, it brings healing, all right? It brings soundness. Yahushua brings soundness. That's why he's known as a physician. But I'm going to leave it at that. But I just want to bring up the point that, hey, these clowns that believe that the scriptures are a fable, well, yes, that judgment coming, it's going to get destroyed. It says in Proverbs the 13th chapter, verse 13. And Yahushua, is that word, the Bible. Which that Bible is little, all right? It has living spirit within it, You get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from it. And also, one thing to know is the fact that, and you read the scriptures, you overlook a lot of things. And then you read back onto it, and you cite texts you haven't even noticed before. All right, the scriptures are alive. All right, it's not a little living book, but the spirit, the spirit resides within it. But I'm going to leave it at that. That being said, this was edifying. To the next one, I say shalom.